probably use a chair. Hello there, happy Monday. Welcome to Bead With Me. I'm Kay, your host from Fantastic Stars Beads. Welcome. If you are new to the show, please say hello even on the replay because I love knowing where you guys are coming in from, how you found me, what you like to play with, what you're doing this rainy Monday here. We are getting off of spring break here at Stars Beads. So for those that missed me here last week, it was certainly a full week. Did anybody else have spring break last week? I know we had, Good Friday and Easter, and so I hope you guys got a chance to spend time with your family. So if you guys are new to the show, this is a little show for inspiration, motivation, and you never know what is trending here in the bead life at Stars Beads, and that's why it's called Be With Me. We are beating it out, seeing what's happening here with you guys. I don't know about you guys, but after, you get a vacation, and then kind of getting back into things, and it's a rainy day here, so I kind of feel like, you get the letdown of, Jonah had to go back to school, so he was in tears this morning, headed off to school, and I also have we had my mom in town, so you guys got a chance to see her last Monday. We also had my mother-in-law's birthday, so that was very eventful the week before, but this week we were also preparing for my father-in-law getting knee surgery today. So that had me hopping on here a little bit later as we were just kind of being in contact with the latest information about what is happening there. So, for anybody that has gone through a knee surgery, my mom got one done, I would say maybe about a year ago, and it was, it's been really hard. She had sciatica problems, and so we're a little anxious to see how my father-in-law does, so that is, kind of putting us in limbo. He's hopefully going to get good results. He, I think, is staying a little extra, so I don't know that he's even coming home tonight. But I remember when my mom went through, it was, really, really painful, and it's a tough one, but he got it's microscopic, I think, so I don't know if that's supposed to be easier. If anybody's, gone through it, I'd love to have any, reassuring, encouraging words, because, getting old is not easy, my mom always said it was not for the weary, and, she's always taken it in great strides, but I marvel at, how well she's handling it. I know that it's not easy to not be able to do the things that you used to be able to, and so that's hard. That's hard. So, so today we're just, kind of reminiscing a little bit of, time away, and it was necessary time to spend home, home time. So I got to have all the grandmas, and the grandfathers in the area, so it was good to spend the week. So thanks for, bearing with me as I, that's part of the bead life as we go, and it's important that we do take a break, and, and for me, going back to work is going back to beading, so it could be certainly a lot worse, and I still actually have paper on my table here, and so I wanted to also remind you guys that I got to put a post up. Things have just been a little bit crazy, and so I know for some of you guys wondering some of your orders and stuff, I'm getting the All Things Spring about to be wrapped up here, so you'll be seeing those invoices, and then the Mermaid and Lava. We got a little overrun on the stock on that, so that's taking a little bit longer than I had anticipated. So I'm going to put All Things Spring ahead of those so that, you don't have to keep on waiting. And then this week I was really excited because I'm going to put up a post, but I want to, you know, for all those that joined me for the Great Bead Extravaganza, we did paper. Remember, we did all these cool paper pendants. We did the paper pod and all of that. You know, I want to give these things away. Oh, this was a really cool one. You know, I want to use this for a button. You know, but I want to give these things away, and so I'll be putting up a post in the Star Special Stash group so that you guys can be posting the things that you, some of you guys already have entries. So if you guys been posting in the Star Special Stash group, all you got to do is show your inspiration, things that you were excited about from the Great Bead Extravaganza, or simply what's on your work table, you know, because the goal of the show is to continue to create, and that is all we want you to do is get those beads out and start playing with your stuff, you know, and you always know you can always add a little more to your stash. And so I always like to do a nice combination of hopefully things you might have in your stash, along with, you know, dangling a few new things that you, of course, didn't know you needed in your stash, right? So over the last week, I was super excited because, you know what I was working on? We were playing with shell pearls a couple weeks ago, and I don't know about you guys, but there are, let's see, in the standard round sizes, you get 4, 6, and 8 millimeter, right? Well, you know, you always wish there was just that, like, that odd size, right? Like the 3, the 5, the 7 millimeter, because you want to have those, like, beautiful graduated, you know, sizes, but then you, like, have these big jumps. Well, I am just getting my samples in, but I am super excited to have gotten some shell pearls in all the different sizes, going from a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and an 8 millimeter. So I don't know if Kristen Ho's on here with me, but we have been talking about how we love getting, how much we need that, like that 5 and that 7 millimeter is like that odd size, that oddly perfect size. So today here, I wore a whole bunch of different sizes of pearls, so you can kind of just see, you know, why you need all those different sizes, right? So you know you have 4, you know you have 6, but you know you have 8, and then you just wish you had just that, like, smidgen size. So I've gotten some shell pearls. We have it in, I have it in 2 styles of the white and kind of the, kind of a matte white, and then the more shiny white. And so we're going to take a look at those here today as we just kind of play around, show you a few things, and maybe mix and match and just play. It's Mess Around Monday. I could use a little beading break. It's been kind of a stressful day here as we wait for word of how my father-in-law did for surgery today. And so, but on a better note, so last week, my mom came into town. As we flip the camera over, my mom came into town, and you know what she's doing. She is getting ready. Let me say my hellos. She is looking for a place down here. She is coming to move here to South Carolina, to the beaches here of South Carolina. So I am so excited to have her coming down this way. All right, so that at least is, you know, more exciting news. Let me say my hellos as we get people hopping on here. Hello from Miss Robin from California, and Barbara, it's nice to have you in from snowy Michigan. Oh, at least here it's just raining. But you know what the rain means? All the beautiful spring flowers. Like, I'm so excited with all the flowers coming and all the colors. That's what I was thinking of, kind of, you know, these little roll-ups that we did kind of reminded me of bouquets of flowers. Let's see, Miss Carolyn. It's raining in Vienna too. You know, I found that the weather was kind of similar. I got a hair in there. And hello, Miss Kathy and Janelda. How are you doing? And Miss Tammy, it's good to have you. And Phyllis and Elaine and Debbie. Hey, Debbie, I think I saw a message coming in from you. I'll have to get back to you. And then Miss Vivian and Maureen and Jessica and Julie, it's nice to see you. And Miss Patty, hello. And Helena and Wanda. Ooh, congratulations to you, by the way. I saw you were a winner in another group. Oh, it's so nice to have you guys here with me today. All right, so I'm just playing around. So here, let's take a look at these pearls because I was super excited to see all the different sizes. So let's see. So normally you get these sizes here. You get, here's an 8, here's a 6, and here's a 4. So a lot of times you're getting, let me make sure I have that right. I feel like that kind of, I didn't pull the right one. Okay, so let's take a look here. So a lot of times you get these 3 sizes. 4, 6, and 8. Okay, and then yeah, so I'm so excited. My mom found a house. I'm trying to get these sorted as I talk here. So I'm so excited because my mom found a house down here, and I think she's gonna pull the trigger, and so that means we're also gonna be moving her. So that's gonna be exciting. All right, so is this the, okay. So can you guys see? So this is 4, 6, and 8, and then this is 3, 5, and 7. Okay, because oftentimes, I don't know about you guys, but 8mm, especially when I'm stacking, sometimes can be a little bit big. A 6mm sometimes is just a little bit small. So I actually really like the 5mm size and the 7mm size. Or bigger, but oftentimes, you know, I'm stacking. And so when you get all of the sizes, you can really see how they can then line up without so much of a jump, right? So, you know, when you're looking at sometimes those necklaces, you want them to kind of do this effect, but you can't get that sizing, you know, quite right because you're missing that 5mm. 5mm is actually a really, really, really good size, you know, because I don't know, sometimes if you guys are putting a 4 and 6 together, you oftentimes might feel like that's a big jump. That 5mm is that nice little key, and it gives you, you know, that perfect amount of spacing. So when we wire wrap them, they have the perfect graduation. So I thought we were going to play with those a little bit and mess around and make a pair of earrings with some graduated drops. In fact, or I thought maybe we could play around with spacers. That's why it's messing around Monday. We're just going to mess around. You know, Wanda, it's funny. You were saying for a half a second you were thinking that I might be moving. Well, you know what? Guess what happened to me also? Oh my gosh, this thing I think went loose here on me. That I am actually going to have to move Stars Beads again. Only I'm not moving really far. I just, that they, you know, the office that the warehouse that I was putting all of our beads in, you know what happened? Okay, here's some of the beads. I was actually thinking about doing just doing a little bit of fun wire wrapping. And taking these sizes out and kind of just cutting them all up and seeing about all the size. And they raised the rent on me by 20% without warning. You know, and that's a little bit hard, especially since, you know, the last place I was in was for over 20 years. And so, you know, if they're going to be raising rent 20% every year, especially without kind of a warning, it makes me a little hesitant to, you know, grow a business there. And so, I'm kind of having to make some decisions again about what I want to do. And so, my husband and I decided to, you know, we were talking about it in Virginia, that I wanted to have a bead barn. I'm just cutting up all the sizes here because I just want a bowl of all the sizes. Yeah, I had told him, you know, I had written saying, you know, I'm not sure that I want to, you know, continue with the leases with this kind of increase. And, you know, my last location, I'd been there nearly 20 years, and, you know, there was certainly an increase, but not a 20% increase. And so, you know, maybe they had, you know, gotten me in at a really good rate, you know, and maybe they were, you know, thinking back that they let it go cheaper this whole year. But even still, you know, so we have a nice location right in the back here of where I am, and I think I'm going to build a little bit of the real bead barn. I think I'm going to go for it and do the bead barn thing. All right, you guys, do you guys want to use a paper bead? I had a couple choices. Where did I put them? I was going to do this paper. Oh, here. There's a couple things I wanted to kind of play with, but, you know, do you guys remember in the All Things Spring, I had these Laurel Burch earrings? I was kind of thinking of putting, you know, because these are vintage. My husband remembers seeing these in the stash. I actually have some more, so if you guys like these, you can put that here in the comments here. So the bead barn, I would have enough space in the back to pretty much have, you know, my own warehouse here and not have to rent out a space. But it's not airtight, so we'd have to, do you guys want to do, what do you guys want to use? I was going to add some beads. I could do one on the top, and on the bottom we could try to make a pair of earrings. Do you want to do like a graduated, you know, style earring with this bead, this blue bead, or shall we do these Laurel Burch earrings? I always like you guys to just kind of choose. What do you guys think? Should we do like, or maybe we could, do one of these bead. Look, that was fun. Should do paper bead earrings, or should we do Laurel Burch little earrings? You guys decide. We're gonna add some pearls to it and see what it looks like. So then I wouldn't have to go very far at all, right? That would be nice. I was looking at some other charms I guess we could do. Guys, we could do that sunflower. I had some more of these sunflowers. I was also messing around. You could also do a pearl version of that little star idea that we did. I forgot that was one of my other choices, but you know, I kind of like this design with this. Yeah, you're right. I heard Kelly, you know, doing a similar thing. You know, having a brick and mortar is tough. Having online is tough. Caroline, I'll put you on the list. Helena, I'll get you on the list here too. But yeah, wouldn't a bead barn idea be really awesome? We wouldn't have to go far. All right, you guys think? Lauren, I got you. You remember those cats? Let's see. I don't know. I'm kind of after these Laurel Burch earrings. That's what I had in mind. I just kind of wanted to go simple. I'm going to grab some gold wire here. But yeah, I'm thinking kind of a bead barn at the house. I have 22 gauge here, but I think I want 24 gauge. Let's see what I have. I know I have every gauge. Because Softlex sent me every gauge. There we go. I think it was out of 24 gauge. So that was perfect. So we'll pull some of this out. Yeah, so you guys like the idea of a bead barn too? You know, people are keeping things closer these days, you know? Oh, the cats, so you guys know, they were $6 for the pair. And look, so my husband actually was talking about how he remembered these. Look, they from when he first started into beads, and I don't know where these came from, to be honest. My mom says she called it a pity buy. You know, there's a guy, you know, literally with a truck of beads. And she had bought like literally like bags of these at the time, and now we have a little stash left, and right now we have left and right pair. So for the pair you'll get a left and right until we run out. All right, so I'm grabbing some 24 gauge gold wire here to mess around with, and we're just gonna do some wire wrapping. I think I want to I'm kind of thinking of going from small to big, so let's start with, I'm going to start with a 4 because I think that that'll be small enough. And we're just going to go over a little bit of wire wrapping today. Now some of these, we did have these in the All Things Spring. So if you put in a bid today, it's also, you know, that's going to be in addition. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add this. I think I want to go from small to big, make it a little bit, maybe not what you would expect. Instead of having the biggest one on the bottom, we're going to see how that looks. So I'm excited that these shell pearls come in odd sizes. So we'll have those. So yeah, I'm going to be having to move all my stuff here in the next couple weeks. So that's putting a little bit of a new interest in me doing some spring cleaning, shall we say. So I'm going to start off with probably cleaning out some more check glass. So this Friday I'm going to do a short sale. We'll do some of these shell pearls. We'll do some more check glass as I start clearing out the warehouse. Because we could all use that, right? You guys will make out, I'm gonna make out. All right, so here's a 4mm on top of that, and you could certainly do some colors, but I'm kind of just going an old vintage kind of look. And because I'm thinking, so my husband saw these when he first started, and that was like, you know, 15 years ago at least. And then my mom, I know, had these probably for at least that long also. And so these are one of those things that became vintage under our watch. Remember we were talking about kind of having some beads that we need to get out to do that. Now, what's nice about these is they look like glass pearls, but they're shell. So you're looking at some good natural product. The finishing and coating is stronger and more durable, actually, and certainly cheaper than a real pearl, but also a little bit more uniform too. All right, so sometimes you see that big jump. So let's see all the size 3. See, so that's if I had to have a 6mm, it would have gone to this next jump. But I really like this 5mm size there. Look at that. I think we're gonna wire wrap those. So we're just taking maybe about couple inches of wire at a time. I'm just Hey Paula, glad you could still make it. Yeah, we did a lot of colors the other week in shell pearls. Well, now we got the all white, which we didn't have before. And I'm making some long dangly because, you know, I was, it was funny because I was putting on this set today, you know, looking at pearls, and I only had gold earrings. And I'm still only going to have gold earrings. I thought maybe we could work in silver, but I guess not. You guys were choosing cats today. So we're going to use a 4, 5, and 6 millimeter, and we can kind of see the nice graduations. So then you wouldn't end in an 8 millimeter. That sometimes can be a little bit big. You could certainly add some cute little caps. And in fact, we might only need, I'm going to go through for 3 and go a little bit long. And we're going to practice that wire wrapping here today. Okay, so, hey Nancy, I saw your message come in this afternoon too. We were talking about the orders coming in. I haven't sent, the spring, all things spring is about to come out. All right, wire wrap, here we go. You've been watching me do it. Now I'm gonna kind of go for a step-by-step for those that might be new to doing the wire wrap and just kind of going over those good old basics, okay? So you'll see that I'm holding very, very close to the bead here, okay? So that distance that I hold it, if I hold it here, I'm going to have more distance from the bottom to the top here, okay? So that's how much wrapping room I would have, okay? So that's how much room for these little wraps, okay? In my case, I don't want too much, okay? So I'm going to push. And you'll notice that I don't push with I don't take my plier and I bend. I take with my finger and I push onto the plier. Okay, that helps so that you're, especially if you have something right underneath like a briolet that might be, you know, a little bit sensitive at the top, you know, then you can break it if you take your plier and bend. Okay, so that's just a good reminder. Okay, now we're going to adjust the plier. Okay, so I just went from here where we bent it on top, and then I'm just going to go about 90 degrees. I'm going to bring that wire forward, so if we're looking at it from the side angle, I'm going to now use the round nose to come around. Okay, and then you'll see that I'm running into my plier. Okay, so now we're just going to get it out of the way where you can just kind of do a loop like this. And can continue going around. Okay. Now you can make some adjustments on this small loop. Let me see if I can zoom in on a plain background. Might help on what we're seeing here. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to take my chain nose and I'm going to try to hold right at the intersection. At this point, I'm not actually attaching to anything, but this is where you would want to make your attachment. But since we're attaching wire wraps here, this one doesn't have to be attached to anything. Okay, so when you hold, you keep the leverage close to where you left off, and then you're going to lead the wire around with your fingers. And because we're using a nice 24 gauge, it tends to be a little bit easier to lead your wire. And you can go ahead and keep filling that space until you don't feel too much movement on the bead. It kind of gives you your indication that you've run out of space. Now, too much tension there, okay? Too tight is good, but too tight is not good. Okay, if you've ever had, you know, a wire pop, that means it's we put too much in there, squeezing it and constantly keeping it that tense. Eventually can cause it to pop. Okay, but you still want a little bit. You find that you can squeeze a little bit more than you think. Okay, and voila, you got a little bit of a wire wrap loop. Dun, da, da, da. I'm doing about 4 inches because we're doing a wire wrap on both sides, and especially if you're not always you know, on point every wrap. It's easier to wrap when you have more wire. Makes sense, right? So, and it's nice because the first one of the wraps doesn't have to necessarily be attached to anything. So, can make it a little bit easier. And so that first wrap, sometimes you can have it very close to the edge of the wire so you don't use as much. You like those cat charms? I do too. You know, I never thought I was so crazy for a cat until, you know, until you have one. Luckily, my cat's pretty tame too. I really feel like you get some real cats are kind of got some attitude, to say the least. Okay, so here you can see it happen without any talking in between. Now, remember, we're going to attach it. Okay. And I'm always looking for cat charms, though, because there's so many, or paws, or things like that. I'm always on the lookout for charms altogether. What kind of charms do you guys like? I always like to, you know, when you guys are looking for one, what's a charm that you can, like, never find? Let me know. Maybe I can make it. You know, like a cool tree charm, or I mean, I always feel like leaves and flowers are always safe. But this is when you get to put your wishes out there, you know. Maybe your wish will come true. Ooh, that's looking cute, you guys. Just sweet and simple. Yeah, is there something else they call that, right? A cat attitude. I'm sure there's other terms for that. Shall I go ahead and make a whole set? Let's go ahead and make a whole set. Whale tails. You like whale tails? Hey, Debbie, speaking of a whale tail. Okay, do you like this whale tails? That is so funny you said that, because I was just looking at. What do you think of this whale tail? I thought this was pretty. Alright, if you guys want the cats, these are $6 a pair. They're Laurel Burch cats. Okay, there's a left and a right. They're gold plated. But what do you guys think of this whale tail? How about that one? This is a little mother of pearl. This was actually a sampling I just got. Okay, so this is like, this helps me choose things. Is that a style you like, Debbie? Because, you know, we're getting into summer, so I was, oh, look at this one. That's so funny, because I was after whale tails, too. I was like, oh, I need whale tails. Look at these ones. You guys like those? Helena, I wonder if they're the same Laurel Burch earrings, because, like, these are certainly old. Okay. Laurel Burch earrings. Throw it in the feed in here. Okay, I'll add it to your stash. If you guys are new to bidding, make sure you message the page with your email so that we have it, so that we can continue to add it to your stash. Remember, it does take a little while, so, you know, if you're wondering where things are standing, just always let me know. You like those too? There was those, and then look, there was also these starfish. Because you know I like all things that are sparkly. I know it's getting ready, but look how cute these little starfish are. And they're just tiny little blings. Actually, they're a good size little bling. I like those. All right, you guys think I should put those on the list of things to get? I'm getting really excited because I was just being told that the website that I've been trying to work on is coming along, and so that maybe we can start getting some of these things on there. So some of the things you can be getting a little bit more regularly when you say, okay, what kind of beads do you have? And I have to say, well, it's only the things we have live. But I'm going to be working on so that you can get things a little bit more regularly on some of the things that I can have, you know, but you know how I like to have kind of those one-of-a-kinds too. So there's going to be certainly continuing on that here on the lives of just whatever I run into, and especially as we try products. You know, you guys are my help to say what kind of products are good out there. Do you guys like what I'm bringing you, and the type of things you want to see more of, you know? Yeah, Nancy, I'll add that to your stash. Hey, Emily, glad you could still make it. We're just doing a little wire wrapping, doing a little messing around. Oh, you know what else? Oh, I wanted to throw these into the scene too, because you know we had the mermaid glass, but now look, we got this beautiful aura glass, which is very kind of like, I consider in the same line, and so gorgeous too. I think these is something else I'll probably show off on Friday. We'll do a few of the shell pearls. We'll do these beautiful aura beads, and probably whatever I'm cleaning out of my spring cleaning as I work on moving again. You guys, if you guys ever have those days where it's just like feeling like it's a lot, try to think about like the things you did in like the last year, you know, and you'd be amazed when you start listing off all the things you did. Like, you know, sometimes day to day might be kind of hard, but think about what you did in like the whole year, you know, because I've been feeling like things are a little heavy with all the things that are going on. But, you know, I'm just so thankful for my beads, really. Oh, I attached that to nothing. Look at that. I'm going to need to, see, I got taken away with thinking that's what happens. And, you know, I've been thinking, well, I didn't have a house. I found a house. You know, we've moved into it. We've moved a business. We've moved a family. My husband started his business down here. You know, I'm looking at starting a website, starting a new line. So much goodness also, and all in less than a year. It's been rather crazy. You know, you guys have been seeing me go literally live through it all. From my move down here, and now you guys get to join me in the adventures of building a bead barn. What do you guys think I need in my bead barn? You know, we know where there's going to be a lot of beads. And I've also got some interesting surprises for you too, because I think I'm going to be taking a few road trips, and I'm going to be taking you guys along with me here too. All right, I'm attaching it now so I did not forget. Yeah, Emily, they raised the rent on me by 20%, and I just couldn't even deal. I was like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that, you know? So I wasn't planning on moving really, but I was just kind of like, if they keep raising it 20% and don't even really talk to me about it, I don't know that I can like build a foundation there, you know? I don't care, you know, if it was cheap to start with, you know? So I decided I'm going to put the money into my own property, you know? We were talking about like Kelly of the Bead Boutique in Canada, you know, she's doing something similar. You know, keeping things close to home. She's been in business a long time, like my family, and you know, times have changed, you know. Sure, Helene, I'll add two pairs. For those that are wondering, $6 a pair for these nice vintage Laurel Burch little gold cap earrings. Get a left and right. How cute are those coming along? I'm just doing watching a little wire wrapping as we, you know, just beading things out. It's like beading, I kind of feel like beading in the rain. I've got my porch where I'm filling orders and stuff, and I get to hear the rain, and that's really nice. I was actually just laughing because, you know, I have all your names out as I'm putting your orders in, and I kind of feel like I'm sitting there with you guys, you know, saying, oh, I really like what you chose there, Emily. Actually, you have a really nice stash in the spring. I was looking at your stash in this all things spring. You know, all the fun daggers we had. All right. We're going to have, I want a pair of cat earrings too. I wanted to make a pair. So now we're doing a 5mm, the oddly perfect size. So that was also what we were kind of checking out, is the awesome great sizes that these shell pearls are coming in from the 3, the 5, and the 7. I remember the, you know, like sizes, right? There's a store that I remember applying to. I think it's called 579. But kind of that oddly perfect size. We're using a 24 gauge wire here today too. These shell pearls look like they could probably fit thicker. I'll try some thicker gauge so you can kind of see what can fit through there, so we know. Got one more, and then we can throw on Kay's favorite ear wires and see what those babies look like. I was thinking these would also look nice if you have the gemstones in the 4 and 6mm, and then spread them out with these ones. So many good choices. Actually, I was going to mess around too. Show you something else. It's a messing around Monday here today. And I think I've heard you guys say that you guys wanted to go over knotting too. So maybe I can take some shell pearls on Wednesday and just do a little base knotting, and then maybe, you know, I don't know. I have a design with knotting too, but it's not like the tight knotting. It has knots in it, but that might be fun. We can do that on Wednesday. Does that sound good? Janelda, I really like your teapot with all the rainbow colors, by the way. So if you guys aren't part of that Star Special Stash group, Janelda had just posted a really cute, what is it, Noah's Ark with all the little animals in it, and she makes teapots that have beautiful, cute little beads coming out of it, and she just did one with rainbow. I think she was like aiming that at me. It is so cute. I think that was a good choice. All right, one more little wire wrap. The starfish, I was just seeing what kind of charms do you guys like, and what should I go for? I just was happening to, you know, somebody had said whale, I think Debbie had said whale tails, and it was funny because I happen to have whale tails in my stash. I happen to ask for those, and I like those. Of course, you know, I got ones that were sparkly, and so I'm taking votes on the style of charms, you know, you guys might look for that you never think they're cute ones, or they're, you know. And those, you can talk to me in the Star Special Stash group too, you know, throw it up and say, okay, I really wish you'd find things like this. You know, because that's what I hunt for. That's what I live for, is hunting for the coolest stuff. All right. Here's a pair of cute little earrings. And Amy there, my right-hand woman, she has just posted that link for you guys to get into the Star Special Stash group, okay? So if you're not a part of it, you better get in that. Because we're fun. All right. There's my Kay's favorite ear wires. I'm going to be putting these onto my Beadoria site too when I get on some of my favorite things. But we got to start out slow, so. Because as you know, putting hundreds of projects onto a website or beads is not, that is not fun. I'll tell you right now, it is not fun. Hey Mal, how's it going? Look how cute that earring is coming out. All right, I'm going to try those on. These were already open. I'm taking these off of something else. All right. Let's try these cuties on. All right, this is what I'm taking off. All right, so this was using kind of like 6mm pearls. Okay, so if you like to do tassels, here's another idea as I change my earrings. Let me make sure I got them facing the right way because I kind of didn't pay attention. I told you I had a left and a right. Oh yeah, they did turn out. All right, here we go, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, and here they are on. Let's take a look. All right, here are the cute little Laurel Burch earrings. You can totally see how nice those graduations look. You know, having that 5mm gives you that extra length without having to use the same size. Thanks for all those hearts. You guys know what to do. A little heart, a little like, a share is nice. It's always good on the post. It helps those algorithms, and you too can get your little Laurel Burch earrings. Just pop it in the feed. Give me those cats in my stash, Kay. And I'm excited because I'm waiting on some new things for the springtime, so we should be getting some nice decoupage parts in too. So, and you know who else is busy rolling and making right now is the beautiful polymer clay from Sunroom Studios. So I'm anxious to get their latest stash. So those are a few things that you can be looking forward to in the next coming weeks and seeing, what am I doing? Here we go. It's moving time again. All right, you guys. So we will see you on Wednesday. Maybe we'll do some knotting. Does that sound good? We can just go over. I was thinking about showing you guys the way my mom. I might have to refresh myself, but my mom, how she used to teach knotting. Now, you know, I'm kind of a quick by hand, so maybe we can show you a couple different options because, you know, there isn't only just one way. It's what works for you, okay? So, you know, sometimes we show you different styles of doing things because, you know, some ways work better for others, okay? You know, we all have different dexterity in our hands, so be patient with yourself. Remember, this is supposed to be fun, so continue to create and make sure you guys share what you guys are playing with. I would love to see what you guys are playing with and hop over to that stash group so that we can all join into the fun. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the day. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Hopefully, here's some good updates. We got, you know, so many things going on, but that's the way life is, and you gotta just, what you guys know, beat it out, right? All right, guys, adding, I see you, Kathy. Who else is adding cats to their stash? $6 a pair, get them, because, I don't know, it feels like they feel like they might be running out. All right, you guys, have a great rest of the day. Thanks so much for joining me as always.